replacing it with swipe. Fingerprint ID and facial recognition. These are three of the big drivers that are going to really propel new habits in the smartphone industry.
Wow, this is interesting, man. And speaking of the
iPhone, hell, let me go a little further. It's so interesting to the point that right in the Bay, San Francisco to be exact, we got brothers that had broke into a UPS truck and sold over damn near just under $500,000 worth of phones. And it's real out here. People are trying to get their hands on them, get them acclimated, do all the wet. You know, the streets is real. The streets is very active. From San Francisco to St. Louis to New York, it's going down. So people are trying to get their hands on the phone, but it's the new wave. It's the new.
Yeah, I mean, it won't be no accidental. I picked that up because that's a felony for your ass.
Oh, hello.
Yeah, let's just keep that real. $1,000 a phone.
Very real.
Yeah, Apple is not playing. It's like, damn, this is crazy. I please don't make another phone for like 5 years. Stay on that for a little while. Houston, we have a problem. And speaking about that fingerprint ID, Mike, I'm gonna let you pick that up from there.
Man, this is probably my. If we were to take a page from somebody else, the Donkey Awards, but we'll just call it Houston, we have a problem.
Houston, we have a problem.
Couple on Qatar Airlines, they're flying on their flight, and, you know, we talk about fingerprint ID. The husband falls asleep. The wife, mother of their children, uses his finger to open the phone to find out this mother been cheating on me.
Oh, hell no!
You know, she caught wreck in the air that they had to divert the plane, you know.
Ain't
but
nothing like that. Can you imagine?
Like that.
He was getting his ass kicked up and down that aisle. No one could do anything. It was a terrible. That was a hostage takeover for your ass.
Yeah, for your ass. So it's interesting because when we look at it, this is a good example of the advancement of technology used for good, used for bad. So it's just as much as you have facial recognition for the iPhone X, Lord only knows what will be the next cheating scandal or drama with that phone. But right here, here's the fingerprint being used on this person, and then we have to use it. This is while he was asleep. And so we go back to our first story, our prior story with the whole Texas shooting and the FBI having the access to use the fingerprint. This is the power. This is technology, facial recognition, the eye scanner. These are where things are going, and future crimes will be the new thing. High-tech crimes will be the new thing.
Damn shame you got to sleep with gloves on, man.
Oh, my gosh.
well, coming up, man, we're going to get into this entertainment news, and we've got Hoopz joining us on that, and she does it way big, so you can follow her on the gram as well, and so many other social media platforms, but she'll be helping us out as we get into this entertainment news next on Tech This Out News. All right, so as you know, on Tech This Out News, we always like to get it in and make it happen, and now we have Hoopz joining us to help us out with this entertainment. Hoopz,
what's up?
How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm blessed, man. I mean, where you at? You on somebody's mountain somewhere, or you in the woods? What's going on?
Yeah, actually, I'm in St. Louis right now.
What?
So I'll be here for a few days. Yeah.
You in St. Louis?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm in St. Louis, and my sister's out here, so I popped up on them yesterday. Mm-hmm.
I mean, who's I didn't know I'm in St. Louis, so I mean, well,
no,
you're here. Most importantly,
I'm here. Yeah, I'm gonna have to come in
right.
and say what's up for real.
You gotta stop it, all right, Hoopz. We know. So much has been going on, man. I mean, Meek Mill is in jail now. If you didn't know, as it relates to St. Louis, the initial violation in his probation or parole took place at the St. Louis Lambert International
That's
Airport.
Crazy.
Yeah. So what do you think about that whole Meek Mill situation?
Oh, man. I haven't tediously followed it, but, I mean, I just think, like, when you're in trouble anyway, and especially as you're kind of more targeted being a male rapper in today's world, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you kind of know you're being watched, like, and anything you do is really going to get blown out of proportion. You have to know that, you know what I mean? But I just think it sounds a little personal to me that he would get that type of sentence. So It's very hard for me to understand it, but I mean, what, he violated his probation twice?
Yeah, well,
you know, or something like that. But the violations, they don't exactly make sense to me. I mean, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just don't.
No, and I completely get it. I kind of felt like the circumstances that took place at the airport kind of were avoidable. I mean, you know, the people wanted a selfie. I don't know what exchange, you know, kind of took place, but I think in hindsight, he might have felt like he could have just, you know what I'm saying, got by and kept it moving. But we know that when you are a public figure, you know, just for yourself, I mean, people want to take selfies with you all the time, correct?
Right. But, you know, I guess it's just made it so touchy because, I mean, even walking through, I see other celebrities or whatever, even just people just coming up, and the whole selfie thing, they ain't even asking you no more. They're just walking up next to you and they got the selfie camera on. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's kind of, they just get right in your personal space. But we weren't personally there, so it's hard to say how, you know, that would make a person feel. But I don't know. It just seems extensive.
We'll hope and pray for the best for Meek Mill. Shout out to Philly, man. Now, I know there's allegedly a fake or a parody account for Dr. Dre. Now, that's nothing new.
Oh.
Yeah, but they're saying that the bonus of this one is it's somehow being verified, and Dr. Dre took it upon himself to set the record straight regarding an Instagram account he says is falsely claiming to be his son. He says this account has nothing to do with him and is not related to him, despite having the coveted blue check or a verified account. But, you know, it could be a case of mistaken identity stemming from one of the most unusual coincidences in the early days of hip-hop, because they've talked about Yo MTV Raps and it possibly being that Dr. Dre, his son.
That's crazy.
So, I don't know. Why does it matter? You know, I guess, you know, with these fake accounts, have you ever had to deal with any of that? Or someone posted?
Oh, my God. Absolutely. You remember MySpace?
Yes, absolutely. On MySpace.
Yeah, when that hit. Yeah. When that hit, let me tell you, it was crazy. And they still do it, Instagram fake accounts and things like that. But I mean, it gets to the point where they can, you know, solicit, they can get money, they can use your name. You know, people are trying to book appearances and things like that. I mean, it does get very detailed, and it's really annoying because that's what we were talking about earlier as far as social media. You can control, which is the good thing, of your own accounts, and that's why verification is important, especially when you just get up into those numbers and everything. But like, there's so many valid fake news and hip hop sites and things like that, or whatever, this Rebirth, whatever, you know, and they're doing it, and it's making money, and so it's just showing people that you can. And what are they going to do? Just say I'm sorry, or have like a different intention behind it? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just crazy. The world that we're living in now is just different, man.
It makes me think too differently. I know they had one of the recent white supremacists that organized the rally in Charlottesville. I guess he has a verified account, and you know, people were a bit up in arms about that. But at least you know that it is the individual that you are referencing if they're a public figure. So if they say what have you, then you know that it legitimately may have come from them. But I appreciate you giving us a different perspective, particularly being, you know, a celebrity yourself. So it is all about perspective.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this, Hoopz.
Absolutely.
Do you think that the upcoming American Music Awards may be influenced like Russia did to our U.S. election?
Well, it depends on in which way, you know, subliminal messages or however, you know, even with the votes for winners or things like that. I'm just going to say that, yes, it's possible. You know what I mean? I don't have any facts or details or anything like that. We just know through experience how it happens, and we're not behind the scenes to watch how the votes come through, what the emails look like, what's really being done. You know what I'm saying? We can only speculate and then go off to, you know, just what we're seeing. But I mean, let's not forget, it goes all the way back to 1919, the World Series was fixed. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's been going on for years, and I know the whole thing with Taylor Swift, that's just, what do you think about her? What do you think about that?
Taylor, you know, well, I thought that the situation with Kanye, or you talking about them saying her association with
with the white
supremacists, or them using her music. I think that she has to speak out. I think that is very important.
You do.
It's almost as if you don't say anything, you know, I'll say what my father told me: silence is taken as affirmation. So if you don't speak out against what is being perpetuated, then you can easily seem as if you're someone who is advancing that agenda. And so I think it's just very important. She's very involved in so many other ways with social media and things of that nature that I think it's very important that she speak, because this is a very different time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What about you? What do you think?
It's such a touchy situation, like subject. You know how politics can be or whatever. And I just feel like since this just hit such a, I guess, like a mass platform, like I feel like she has to be, right now she's scrutinized for like any little thing that she does. So I think she has to be super careful. And anything she says obviously can get taken out of context or whatever. I mean, they just broke down her video. And I really feel like the power of suggestion is so powerful. So when you have sites putting out, you have them putting out these stories, we would have never even thought, right? Until we heard that it could be suggestive of this. It would have never even been in our mind. So sometimes I think that it can get switched and played. And I understand what you're saying, like, she should come out and say something or speak, but I just think she has to be super careful with her words. And all of that's just such a touchy subject. And with her having such a crazy demographic, really not wanting to mess anything up. And I know her album, isn't it like delayed?
Yeah, I've heard some things as it relates to that album being
yeah, I think it's delayed, so it's crazy. I think she can come out and say that, if those aren't her intentions, then yeah, you can come out and say that a little bit. But I just know that I've been under that too. And sometimes when you do fight back or whatever and not knowing the right things to say, that goes against you as well, But I watched the video and it doesn't, to me, it just looks like it's talking about all her different personalities or whatever. Once again, if someone puts something or implements something else into your mind and the guy that's saying it is a big conspirator and he's an extremist, well, then I think you can sway people the way that you kind of want them to perceive her. You know what I mean? So that's just the other side of it as well.
I think
right?
It's interesting because the person she was threatening to sue, the blogger who connected her to white supremacy, the ACLU,
Absolutely.
Yeah, the ACLU came to that person's defense.
Yep.
So we, like I said, this is an ongoing story. I hope the best for her, and certainly if it's not. If that doesn't line up with her morals, then I want her to say something, because I think it would.
Yeah, she would. She eventually has to. She's just probably being told, not right now.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Wait.
Right.
Yeah.
Now,
in other music news, I know that Bjork, who is a huge international music star, is going to make her next album available via cryptocurrency, which is big, and they're saying that cryptocurrency, the evolution of that is audio coin. So, indie pop star Bjork planning to sell her soon-to-be-released album Utopia for bitcoins and something known as audio coin. And possibly, somebody on the hip-hop side that may do the same would be Nipsey Hussle or even the Wu-Tang Clan. So
that's crazy. Yeah, it's like token sales. That's crazy.
Yeah. So you never can quite tell what it's going to be, but I just thought that was very interesting to hear and possibly to see. I know that Ghostface Killer recently was looking at really getting involved in cryptocurrency as well. So cash rules everything for real, right?
Green, get the money. Dollar bill, yo.
Right. Innovation. It's crazy.
Yeah. So, we'll see. You know what I mean? But so appreciate you. What can people reach you at, Hoopz, if they want to follow you online?
Yeah. All my social media accounts are pretty easy. They're all The Real Hoopz. Just because, once again, just having the problem, as you say, with fake people. So I was like, you know what? Let me make them all easy. So you can reach me on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. It's all at The Real Hoopz. And, once again, make sure you guys, I got that game out. Go download, get the bag.
Get the bag.
iOS and Android. So I'm with my boy Will and I. You know what I'm saying? Like we're gonna try to take this tech company over.
Will I am.
Yeah, Will I am.
Okay, dope, very dope. No, I'm with you with that. So appreciate you joining us. I know you've been moving and shaking, and of course, you set it off big with Flavor of Love. Before embarking on a reality television career, I heard that you were a TSA agent at the Detroit airport.
I'm TS motherfucking A.
We handle. That's what we do.
Is that true?